Today we're going to talk about percent change. Percent change describes how much a quantity increases or decreases in comparison to the original amount. So the first step to calculate percent change is to subtract the greater number by the lesser value number. Then we set up a proportion, amount of change over original amount equals x over 100. Then we cross multiply and divide. So here's an example already worked out. Let's talk through it. So the first step, we do greater value minus lesser value. So 540 and 400. So 540 minus 400, we get 140. Then we have to set up our proportion. So up here, we see amount of change, which is the 140, over the original amount, which was 540. It came first in the problem. So 140 over 540 equals x over 100. Now we have to cross multiply. We do 100 times 140 to get 14,000. Then we divide down. We get 14,000 divided by 540, and that equals 25.9, and that can round up to 26%. So this is a 26% decrease because it went down from 540 to 400. So here's our first example. It says the price of a pair of shoes increases from 52 to 64. What is the percent change to the nearest percent? So our first step is subtract the greater value by the lesser value. So that's 64 minus 52. 4 minus 2 is 2. 6 minus 5 is 1. So we get 12. So the amount of change is 12, and that goes on top. The original amount, what we started with, was $52. We always set it equal to x over 100. Now we need to cross multiply. So we do 100 times by 12. We always cross multiply across. So we do 12 times 100. And we get 1,200. Now the last step is to divide. So we do top in 1,200 divided by the bottom, which is 52. 52 goes into 1 0 times, into 12 0 times. 52 goes into 120 2 times, and that is 104. We subtract, so we have to borrow here. 10 minus 4 is 6. 1 minus 0 is 1. We bring down the 0. 52 goes into 160 3 times, and that is 156. We subtract, and we have to borrow, and we get 4. So our answer does want the percent change to the nearest percent, so I need to go out one decimal place to see if I need to round up or stay the same. So we add our decimal, add a 0, bring it straight down. 52 goes into 40 0 times. So our final answer would be 23%. Since we're going up to 64, it's going to be increase. It's very important you remember increase or decrease. We can tell that by what happens from the original number to the second number. So since we went up, it is an increase. All right, here's our second example. David moved from a house that is 89 miles away from his workplace to a house that is 51 miles away from his workplace. What is the percent change in the distance from his home to his workplace? So the first step is to subtract the greater value by the lesser value. The greater value is 89. The lesser value is 51. 9 minus 1 is 8. 8 minus 5 is 3. So that's our amount of change. Remember, the amount of change goes on top over our original amount. We started at 89. We always set it equal to x over 100. Now we need to cross multiply. 100 times 38. We get 3,800. Then we divide down. So we go top in, bottom out. 89 goes into 3 0 times, into 38 0 times. 89 goes into 380 4 times. So let's do that math over here. 89 times 4. 9 times 4 is 36. Carry the 3. 4 times 8 is 32. Plus 3, 35. And we get 356. So we subtract. We have to borrow. So this is 10 and this is 7. 10 minus 6 is 4. 7 minus 5 is 2. Bring our 0 down. All right, 89 goes into 240 2 times. So let's see what that is. 18, carry the 1. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 1 is 17. So we get 178, and that was 2 times. So now we need to subtract. We need to borrow, make this 10, make this 3, make this 1, and this becomes 13 now. So 10 minus 8 is 2. 13 minus 7 is 6. So we get 62. Now, we have to keep going to see if we need to round up to 43 or stay at 42. So we put our decimals and a 0 and come straight down. 89 goes into 620. I'm going to guess 6 times. 89 times 6. 9 times 6 is 54. Carry the 5. 8 times 6 is 48. Plus 5, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. So we get 534. We need to bring it down here to subtract. And it does look like that's going to go in there. So that was 6 times. So since we have 42.6, we know the old saying, if it's 5 or more, we up the score. 4 or less, we let it rest. So since 6 is 5 or more, we're going to up the score to 43%. Now, we have to see, where did we go up or down? 89 to 51. So since we went down, this is going to be a 43% decrease.